Man, life is so crazy, bro. Man, it's been a minute since I made one of these videos where I'm getting myself together in the morning, man. But it's necessary. So much go through my head in the mornings, man. And just reflecting on my life. Ah, man. As a man, you feel me? I reflect back on so much. Man, in the pit of my stomach, it's like, man, I wanna get emotional, man, over some of the things uh, that some of the curveballs that life has thrown my way, right? Because I've had to cut people out of my life. I've had to cut people out of my life, and I've let certain people back into my life, and that may be a good thing, a bad thing, but um, sometimes you don't have to permanently cut people out of your life, um, especially when it's involving family. If you can love that person from a distance, and what do I mean from that, man? I mean, sometimes you don't always have to. You don't have to be so close with people to where you hitting them up all the time and all buddy buddy with them if y'all really don't share the same principles and values. And it sounds crazy, but for example, if you're a parent, right, and you have siblings, maybe you don't get along with as an adult, and so when fallouts happen, which they do among family all the time. Many times the first thing to do is to just cut people off. And I'm that way. And so many of us is that way. And sometimes you have to, if it's messing with your household, your health, your peace of mind, your stress. But then sometimes we mend relationships for family. So for example, if it's a sibling, you may fix a relationship for your mom. You know, you may fix a relationship because of an illness. You may fix a relationship because of a loss of some sort. And be willing to put your differences to the side, right? And that's what I've done recently. And I was very hesitant to do it, but I wanted to do it not necessarily for myself, but in a way for myself. Because I'm the type of person I'm hard to forgive. I'm hard to forget things. And I know that a lot of people wear that like it's a badge of honor to um, be so quick to cut people off, right? And you just have to look at your own life, man, and determine if cutting people off is the best way. Because relationships, as you get older, for most of us, the older we get, the less friends we have, the less time we have, just the less time you have for even building relationships in a lot of ways, the older you get. Um, And so the relationships that you have, when you're in your mid 30s, your 40s, on up through your 50s, and that sort of thing, become very valuable because we don't always put ourselves in positions to build relationships with other people at a certain age. And it's not because we don't want to. It's just a lot of times we don't have time to. We're too busy trying to make ends meet. We're too busy trying to find a way, man. Especially in today's world, man. You got um, so much going on in the world, man. With inflation, and we have these terrorists. We don't know what's going to happen with these terrorists, but one thing we do know is that things haven't been the best for a lot of families, a lot of American families, and I'm pretty sure that's I'm pretty sure that's felt worldwide. And so people are having to pick up second jobs. People are having to pick up side hustles. People are having to. Time became even more limited in recent times. If you're someone who, if you're someone that's going to measure up to whatever circumstances come your way, as far as whether that be financially, whether that be whatever the case is, if things cost more and you've been comfortable for a long time, well, that's going to take a big chunk out of your disposable income. And you may even look up one day and find that you no longer have disposable income. And that's why it's so important to never really get comfortable. It's the saying, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, but it's easier said than done. Because when things are good, most people want to party. They want to lighten up a little bit, not do the things that have gotten them to the level of success that they are or were or they was. And then so what happens is life happens, as it happens to all of us, right? And then so you find yourself in a situation where I think I heard Anthony Robbins say this 20 years ago. He said, you look up one day and you find yourself up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. And you got to start paddling. And it's not always easy to paddle when you're up Schitt's Creek. Now, I've never paddled up Schitt's Creek or a regular creek, but I don't want to know what it feels like to paddle up Schitt's Creek. But that's where a lot of people are right now in their lives and in their households. They're finding themselves having to make decisions that they haven't had to make in a long time. And so with all that being said, man, you begin to think about the times where you did have extra time, where you did have that family member, your favorite uncle, your favorite aunt, your favorite cousin or whatever, that gathering where everything was just right, everybody got along. Everybody laughed and just had a great time. You begin to think about and reflect on those times. And it could be with somebody that you no longer talk to now. But those times become very valuable And you want to make more of those times. You want to create more of those times. And so sometimes you want to forgive somebody, because I heard once that forgiving people is not about the other person. It's about yourself, healing yourself, right? And so I've learned that. And it's taken me a long time. It's taken me 40 years to learn that. But as a 40-year-old man, I'm so much more wise than I was even 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And you really do see life different. You really do become a different person at 40, just in the way you look at the world, the way you view so many different things, even your confidence, even you just knowing who you are, being more secure with yourself, being okay with the fact that everybody not gonna like you, being okay with the fact that you're gonna be told no and rejected. You don't think about those things too much. You just kind of live your life. As life comes. And wow, man, I have so much to share, man. I'm gonna leave it right there for now because I don't want to go too long. But yeah, you know, got to get better, man.